We'll begin in the Western Cape, where police and private security personnel are keeping a close eye on the Brackenfell High School. A 39-year-old man was arrested yesterday and charged with public violence. EFF members were calling on the suspension of staff members who attended a private matric farewell, we told, and were assaulted by a group of concerned locals as well as parents. Newzroom Africa's Athi Mtongana is on the scene for us. She joins us now live from just outside Brackenfell High School. Athi, great to see you again. At this point, we expect most pupils to be in class trying to get on with the day's business. But of course, that might be difficult considering the heavy police presence that we're seeing just outside the school.
Well, as you saw earlier, Ayanda, the private security personnel as well as the public order police are just outside of the school premises. They're not inside the school. What we do understand, and as far as the matric exams are concerned, and the pupils who have been dropped off by their parents this morning are going into the school and are continuing with their schooling. The events that transpired between the members of the economic freedom fighters and some of the concerned locals and parents from Brackenfell happened far from the school. The EFF were marching on the school. Remember, they're here to raise an issue around a matric ball that was organized by parents of some of the pupils, and that particular event reportedly only attended by white pupils from Brackenfell High School, something that the EFF has raised concern about, citing racism. They were marching on the school, attempting to engage with the school governing body as well as the principal. They had not even gotten in front of the school premises when they were met by those concerned parents and concerned locals who are saying that they're here to protect the children, they're here to protect the pupils, and they're here to protect the school itself. However, we've heard from the MEC, Debbie Schaefer, MEC for Education, coming out to say this was a private event and was organized by parents outside of the school and was held at an outside venue, something that the school has no control over. However, we've heard reports, Ayanda, that in the school's page, in one of the school's pages, this particular matric ball was advertised. There was a poster that was put out, and those are some of the questions that we'll still be posing to the MEC, who's been responding to various accounts on Twitter, on social media, where people have been raising concern about the way in which the Western Cape Education Department has responded, seemingly taking the one side of the parents and the pupils who organized this event and washing her hands off whether it was only attended by white pupils or not, saying this was not something that the school was involved with anyway. So people have been raising concerns around that issue, and she's yet to respond to reports and allegations that this matric ball was actually advertised on the school's pages and was allegedly subsequently deleted, of course, following complaints that were raised that a few of the pupils did not attend, particularly those black pupils who are doing their matric in Brackenfell High. Now, I'm just going to continue talking to you, Ayanda, and while I talk to you, I want to give you a sense of how things are looking like this morning. Remember, it is a developing story. The economic freedom fighters yesterday coming out to tell me the chairperson of the province, Melikaya Xhego, saying they will definitely be returning to Brackenfell High School in the next few days, and the CIC of the Economic Freedom Fighters also responding to social media pages and accounts saying that they will respond to this particular issue. Now, these are private security personnel. This is armed response, as you can see, 24-hour armed response vehicles, and then right across are those concerned locals. Some of them might be the parents of some of the pupils from Brackenfell High, but majority of them are actually just concerned locals from in and around Cape Town who are saying they will not allow the EFF, as they say, to terrorize their children. But looking at how things unfolded yesterday, Ayanda, one would say that the EFF did not in any way disrupt schooling at Brackenfell High School, but they were met on their way to the school by those concerned parents who subsequently assaulted them. And the man that was arrested, Ayanda, the 39-year-old man that was arrested by the police, he was arrested for public violence and for firing an air gun in a municipal area. And he was released on warning and will appear tomorrow in court to, of course, face the might of the law for being engaged in those violent scenes that took place yesterday. No other arrests have been made, Ayanda, but of course people, South Africans calling on more people to be arrested, considering the scale and the level of violence that unfolded here yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, Athi, it was violence that even reached the president's attention. As you mentioned, this is certainly a developing story. We'll continue touching base with you to get a sense of how much it's moved, if at all. We know that the leader of the EFF said that the organization itself will respond. So again, certainly getting a sense that the dust there hasn't completely settled.